Okay, so page 9 in your journal is numerical expressions. A numerical expression is a mathematical phrase that has numbers and operations, such as the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division signs, but does not have an equal sign. Some numerical expressions have parentheses, and these are what parentheses look like. Okay, so we're just going to do some examples and work this as we go. You should be writing this down in your journal, just so you know. First example says Kim has $20 to spend at a fishing trip. She spends $12 on a fishing pole and $3 on bait. How much does Kim have now? Okay, I'm not asking you to solve it. I'm asking you to write an expression. So this is what I know. She has $20 to spend. Okay, she's going to spend $12 on a fishing pole and $3 on bait. So if she starts with $20 and then she's spending, so we're going to take it away, we have to figure out how much she's spending. Well, $12 on a pole plus $3 on bait. So it would be, your expression would be 20 minus parentheses 12 plus 3. Because in the world of numerical expressions, we solve everything inside the parentheses first. So you would add 12 plus 3, which is 15, and then subtract 20 to find out how much she is going to spend or how much she has left. So this would be your expression. Okay, another example. Terry had 18 worms. She gave 4 worms to Susie and 3 worms to Jamie. And it says, write an expression. So she had 18, gave 4, and 3. So she gave 4 worms to Susie and 3 worms to Jamie. So she gave 4 and she gave 3. So you could do 18 minus 4 minus 3. That's one way. Okay. Another way would be to do 18 is what she has minus, and we're going to add up what she gave away. So either one of those is the correct answer. You're going to get the same thing either way. Okay? So writing an expression, if you notice that both times I worked from the top to the bottom, had 18, gave away 4, gave away 3. Okay, let's look at some more. Okay, here's an expression where it wants you to solve it. So the first thing we do is solve parentheses. Anytime we're working a numerical expression, we're going to solve anything that's in the parentheses first. So in this case, 4 times 5. So 4 times 5 is 20, so I'm going to write 20, and I'm going to bring down everything else, which is the 8 and the plus sign. Then it says work from left to right, solving multiplication and division first. Well, 8 plus 20, there is no multiplication or division, so then I'm going to go to step 3, which is work from left to right, solving addition and subtraction. In this case, we just have 8 plus 20, which is 28. So there is our answer if we're solving a numerical expression. Okay? So a numerical expression this is called PEMDAS. Parentheses are first, always. The E is not important. It's exponents, but we don't do. Okay? You will not do that till 6th grade. And then it's multiply and divide in order from left to right, and can be MD or DN, because remember, multiplication and division are interchangeable. They're the inverse. So if a division problem comes before a multiplication problem, you're going to do division first. After you've done all the multiplication and division in order from left to right, then you're going to do the addition and subtraction in order from left to right. Same thing. You could do the subtraction before the addition. It doesn't matter as long as you're working from left to right. So this is the little thing I put. Remember, multiplication and division are inverse, so they can be switched around, same as addition and subtraction. And we'll do some examples later. Okay, so here's one. It says parentheses 5 times 2 times parentheses 3 times 15. If I'm going to do PEMDAS, I'm going to write that down. Multiply and divide left to right, add and subtract left to right. Okay, but the first thing I do is parentheses. So I'm going to do those in order from left to right also. So the first parenthesis is 5 times 2, which is 10. So we underline 5 times 2, multiply it, and then I bring everything else down. So my new problem is 10 times, parentheses, 3 times 15. I still have a parenthesis, so I'm going to do that first. 3 times 15 is 45. Bring down the 10, bring down the times sign, everything in order. Now, I have no more parentheses. I have multiplication, that's all you have left. So now, all you have to do is solve 10 times 45, which is 450, because 45 times 1 is 45, and you add your 0. Okay? Next problem says 12 times 2 is in parentheses, plus 4 times 3. So, parentheses first, 12 times 2 is 24. Bring down my plus sign. Bring down the parentheses with 4 times 3 inside of it. Okay? Now, order of operations is parentheses first. 4 times 3 is 12. Bring down the 24 and the plus sign. Remember, notice how I'm bringing them down in the same spot. I'm not moving them around. I'm not changing the order of anything. Everything's coming down in the same spot. So now, all I have left is to add 24 plus 12, which is 36. Okay? So that's how we solve numerical expressions. Let's look again at how to write one. But this one says write and solve. So Josh has 3 fish in each of his 5 buckets. Then he releases 4 fish. Write an expression. So he has 3 fish in 5 buckets. Then he releases 4. If you release something, you're putting it back, right? So you're giving it back. So he has 5 fish in each of his 3 buckets. Each is a key word. So if you have 5 in this, 3 in this bucket, 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 that's 3 in 5 buckets. So that's 5 times 3, or 3 times 5. You're going to multiply that first, and then it says, then he releases 4. So you're going to subtract 4. Okay, order of operations says you multiply first. 5 times 3 is 15. Bring down the minus 4. And then you're going to do 15 minus 4, which is 11. So he would have 11 fish. So this is your expression, and this is your answer. Okay, Bobby brought $30 to the mall and spent $14 on a soccer ball and $6 on lunch. Write an expression that represents the situation. Okay, he brought $30, which means he had $30. He spent 14 on a soccer ball and 6 on lunch. So, and leads you to believe that he also spent money on lunch, right? Okay, so he had $30 and he spent 14 and he spent 6. That's one way to solve it. The other way would be 30 parentheses 14 minus 6, or plus 6. You would add how much he spent total, and then you would subtract it. Oops, sorry. $30 minus 14 minus 6, or $30 minus parentheses 14 plus 6. I forgot the minus a while ago. So either way, you're going to get the same answer. If you're doing this one, you're going to subtract 30 minus 14, and you're going to get 16. And then subtract 6, and you get 10. If you're doing this one, you're going to do 14 plus 6, which gives you 20. Bring down your 30 minus, and you get 10. Either way is correct. One uses parentheses and one does not. But both give you the exact same answer. Okay, so our next question says Monique had $20. She spent $5 on lunch and $10 at the bookstore. Write and solve an expression. She had 20, spent 5, and 10. So write an expression to tell me how you would solve this problem. Okay, she had 20, she spent 5, and then she spent 10. That's one way, correct? Then you could say she had 20, she spent $5 and $10. Either one will get you the same answer. No, the next one says Joe has 9 pens. He buys 3 more. He shares all the pens equally among 6 friends. Write and solve an expression. So he has 9. So has means he's starting with 9. He buys 3 more. If you buy something, you're adding to your collection, right? Okay, and then he shares equally with 6 friends. So because of PEMDAS, we have to add first, which means the addition needs to be in parentheses. 9 plus 3. And then he's going to share it equally, so we're going to divide. Okay? I'm going to leave that one as well for you to solve. All right. Now here are some just numerical expressions to solve. 36 plus 2 times 3. You're going to do 2 times 3 first, which is 6. Bring down 36 and your plus sign and get your answer. Okay, 8 plus 14 minus 4 times 5. 8 plus 14 comes first in order from left to right, and they're both in parentheses, so we're going to do 8 plus 14 first. Okay, then bring down the subtraction sign, the parentheses, 4 times 5. Now we're going to solve 4 times 5, which is 20, and then 22 minus 20, which leaves you 2. Okay, I'm going to leave 5 plus 10 divided by 5. I'm going to leave this one for you to solve. In Ed Puzzle, and I'm going to leave this one for you to solve. Okay, the one thing you need to remember in PEMDAS is that multiplication and division always go first after parentheses. Parentheses, no exponents. So, parentheses. Multiply and divide from left to right. Add, subtract from left to right. And remember that these are interchangeable. So it could be subtraction before addition or division before multiplication. As long as you're going from left to right, just like you would read a sentence. You read a sentence on a page from left to right. That's how you're going to read a numerical expression, from left to right. Okay? So make sure you put this down in your journal. This is page 9, Numerical Expressions.